If you'd like to read along, visit shahnamehquest.substack.com for transcripts, illustrations, and bonus content. Hey, my name is Arsalan Akhavan, and welcome to Shahnameh Quest, a journey through the Persian Book of Kings, one story at a time. To tell you a bit about myself before we begin, I'm American of Iranian ancestry. I was born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia. Both of my parents are Iranian, and I actually grew up surrounded by references to the Shahnameh. My mom is an art historian who specializes in illustrations from the epic, but despite all of this, I was never curious or inclined to delve into my Persian heritage. But then, in 2021, something changed when, during lunch with my mom one day in France, I decided to finally ask her, on a whim, this question that I had been avoiding my whole life, which was, what is the Shahnameh? And her answer blew me away. I learned that the Shahnameh is a poem, an incredible poem, nearly 60,000 rhyming couplets in scale, that tells stories that begin with the creation of the universe and continue through the fall of the Persian Empire. It's the source of Iran's myths, legends, and history, and is itself a cornerstone of Persian identity. Even more significant, I came to learn, was how the Shahnameh was written, and by whom, and when, and why. After the Arab conquest of Iran in the 7th century, Persian culture began to diminish, and the Persian language grew fainter until it was only spoken in remote and scattered villages. And that period of silence and diminishment lasted nearly 300 years until the late 10th century, when poets set out to resurrect and immortalize the Persian language. One of these poets was named Daqiqi, and he decided that he would write a mythic chronicle of kings to bring light back to his people. But tragically, Daqiqi was murdered after just writing 1,000 verses. But another poet named Abul Qasim Ferdowsi took on the job and picked up where Daqiqi left off. Ferdowsi would spend 30 years and every cent he had to complete the epic. And when it was finally done, around the year 1010 AD, it did indeed save the Persian language from the brink of extinction, reignited Iranian pride, and cemented its culture and language among the highest echelons of world art and literature. Since learning about the Shahnameh, I've been diving into its stories and learning more and more about how it's inspired the greatest art in Persian history and continues to endure as a beacon of light and hope for Iranians everywhere. And the time finally felt right to share that journey with you. So whether you're Iranian, or curious about Persian culture, or just love a good epic story, this podcast is for you. Together, we're going to journey through the Shahnameh story by story in short episodes in English. The goal is to get through the entire epic, which will take at least a couple of years. Throughout, there will also be commentary and bonus episodes that dive into cultural or thematic insights, and potentially bringing in guests who will add fresh perspectives. With this podcast, I hope to make these stories more accessible and give people new ways into appreciating their universality. Thanks for listening and joining me on this adventure. If you like the show, please leave a review or share it with someone who might enjoy it. And if you have thoughts or questions, I'd love to hear from you. Now let's dive in at the very beginning, the creation of the universe, Ferdowsi's invocation, and the birth of the first kings of the world.